What's going on, everybody? Bryce Mooney, WLD professional long driver, and I posted a short analyzing Rory McIlroy's swing a couple weeks ago, and it's already got over 16,000 views. So I figured I would record a full-length video analysis of how Rory hits it so far, but also doesn't sacrifice any accuracy while he's swinging as fast as he does. So let's jump into it. The first thing that I always notice when I watch Rory swing is that he has incredible width. And what that means is, in his takeaway, if you look at shaft parallel here, his arms are almost completely straight and his wrists have not hinged at all. You hear a lot of people talk about early wrist hinge to set the club. You lose a lot of leverage that way, and if you look at the longest hitters in the world, their width is what really sets them apart from a lot of other hitters. Width provides a lot of benefits when it comes to ball striking, but also speed and the leverage that it gives you. One additional piece that I really like here at shaft parallel for Rory is that club face. If you notice that it's parallel with his spine, he doesn't have an open club face, he doesn't have a closed club face. It is square to his body, and that really sets him up for maximizing the chances that he hits this ball down the middle of the fairway. If we watch the rest of the backswing, you can see it's a very on-plane backswing. It's not really far inside, it's not far outside, very neutral and on-plane. And you can see him set it at the top here. Sequencing and timing-wise, it is so vital that he leaves that club up there and sets at the top before he starts any initiation of his downswing. Because if he starts his lower half too soon, that's going to cause him to throw his hands over the top and potentially pull or slice the golf ball depending on the face angle. But you'll see he sets it at the top, and then you'll watch his hands drop into the slot here before he really starts his downswing. That move right there, his hands going straight down, really helps him swing from inside the golf ball, which is why he's such a good drawer of the golf ball. He's swinging inside to out versus outside to in. And as he continues his downswing here, you can see that inside to out swing path being below the line of his takeaway. And you can also see his club face here, pretty much straight up and down. Again, he's got a perfectly square club face at this position of the swing, maximizing his chance of hitting the ball right down the middle of the fairway, which he seems to do a lot of. And then from here, really it's just letting the body deliver the golf club to the ball, because he set himself up for success with everything he's done prior to that point of the swing. One thing that a lot of amateurs do, and myself included when I'm struggling, is our backswing has something go wrong in it, which then the entire rest of the swing we're trying to make up for it. So maybe you took the club too far inside and you had to correct it by going over the top. Maybe you started your downswing too soon with your hips, so your upper body is trying to play catch up. You can see in Rory's swing, he is so well sequenced that everything is where it needs to be at the right time when it needs to be there. All right, let's jump onto a face-on angle. And again, from this angle, you'll notice the width and the straight arms that he creates in that takeaway. But one other thing that I really like to key on here is his hips. A lot of amateurs sway really heavily onto their back leg and spend the rest of their swing trying to get back to center. Rory never really leaves center. He has a slight weight shift to his back right leg, and that's a power source, but his hips don't sway too much along with it. You'll see his hips stay right there throughout his entire backswing, which gives him a really sturdy base and makes it easy for him to stay sequenced and provide correct timing. We'll key on similar things here. So he's going to let the club set at the top and really sink into his legs there. That's a recentering move that we see. His hips move towards the target, but again his hands are staying up and his hips are not firing open quite yet. And then here's that move where his hands drop right into the slot to set himself up to swing inside to out. A lot of those that struggle to slice the golf ball, you'd see those hands go over top of the head instead of behind and underneath. And from here, it's all systems go. He's, again, set himself up in such good positions that once he gets to that point in the swing, he can really just let it fly, swing hard, and the club is going to deliver square to the ball more times than not because he's put himself in the right positions to do so. And we can't really catch it right at impact, but you can see that his hands are slightly ahead of the golf ball. You know, a lot of folks struggle with having their hands behind the golf ball and they flip the club head at the ball. What that does is increase the dynamic loft and shoot the ball straight up into the air. Rory is very good at keeping his hands slightly ahead of the golf ball, which really optimizes the spin and the launch angle with his driver. You can see a very easy, smooth follow through there. Again, if you do everything right leading up to impact, the follow through will take care of itself. If you have a funky follow through, it's really usually an indicator that you're doing something earlier in the swing that's setting your follow through up to be difficult or clunky or out of sequence. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below, what's your favorite thing about Rory's swing and the one thing that you're trying to implement in your swing that you see Rory do so well, because I know there's quite a few things that he does that I try to mirror as well. Stay tuned if you like this content. I'll keep doing more swing reviews, maybe Jon Rahm next, and subscribe so you don't miss that, and we'll see you again here soon.